So we have a couple clips of Fox News going off the rails about the debate, about Biden, the legal system, their usual coverage because they can't, honestly cover anything. But I want to start with Jesse Waters using the right's new favorite term when they want to be politically correct in their racism, DEI.
There's a lot at stake. Plus, the progressive movement, they are this close to locking this thing in. They have opened the borders. They've changed the entire culture of this country. If you look at the cities, it's almost over. If they can drag him across the finish line and install Kamala, we have a DEI presidency that they can celebrate for the rest of the administration. That's all they need to get to. It's just 90 minutes. It's all it takes.
Now, what he means when he says DEI, of course, is the N-word. Not only has DEI been around since the 60s, but the right only now pretends that it's a problem with no factual evidence to back it up, even though there should be 6 decades of it if it's caused all these problems like they speak of. But also, Kamala Harris has 10 times the qualifications for president that Trump has or ever had. Trump's qualifications is businessman whose only successes are because of massive loans from his father, who still managed to bankrupt over 6 companies. Kamala's qualifications, DA of San Francisco, AG of California, US Senate, and now VP. But yeah, that would be DEI, even though the unqualified Trump only got into office because of the Electoral College, which is pretty much affirmative action for Republicans. He's one of the few presidents who lost the popular vote and still became president. And second, name the Biden policy that opened the borders. I'll wait because you literally can't. Jesse Waters definitely couldn't. Border crossings doubled in 2019 under Trump, and Trump also has a lower catch rate for crossings than Biden. So if any of this had happened under Trump, he would have released just as many of them, even if not more. Biden just enacted an executive order to allow the president to unilaterally shut down the border himself, which is far more extreme than anything Trump ever did. But yeah, open borders or whatever.
What is Donald Trump doing to prepare?
President Trump is continuing with his very busy schedule. Over the past week, he has given hours-long speeches to crowds of thousands in 3 different cities. He's met with policy advisors to talk about the issues that matter to Americans. He's taken questions directly from Americans at a cheesesteak shop in Philly on Saturday afternoon. So he's continuing to engage in hostile media interviews with the press over the next couple of days, like he always does.
Yeah, of course. He's done the real hostile interviews, like Newsmax with his former campaign manager, or Sean Hannity on Fox News. The fact of the matter is you can't find one single Trump hostile interview the whole time he's been running this election cycle. He only goes on pro-Trump stations or right-leaning networks that won't call him out about any of his actions like January 6th or any of his crimes or anything like that will give him no pushback to his ideas and claims. He only talks to crowds that are receptive of him and feeds off the cheers of his crowd, who will never boo him or anything for any of the crazy or horrendous things he says, the lies, any of that, which is exactly why a debate where he's not allowed to talk over Biden won't have a crowd to feed off of, and we'll have moderators that will push back to lies and horrendous claims he makes while asking unbiased questions, is not going to be favorable to Trump. And not only does he know it, but so does the right, as they're already readying the excuses for him. It went from any debate with Biden is a cakewalk, it'll show how much better Trump is, Biden has dementia, he'll embarrass himself, to now Trump himself calling Biden a worthy debater, and entire right-wing news cycles revolving around the fact that, the debate's going to be unfair. No matter what, it'll be unfair, even though the Trump campaign literally agreed to the terms.
A credible person with a great life story that is doing her job, and yet she's called where partisan, petty, prima donna, wacko, crazy, right-wing, outlandish, ridiculous, nutty, loony. No, she's a credible woman and she deserves to be respected. And I thought we didn't attack judges. Bring in Judge Merchan. Oh, wait, but we do if it's going against us.
Well, to that point, Harris, I mean, it's really disheartening to watch, and also, again, underscores the hypocrisy of the left, because apparently if you're Judge Alito, you can be attacked. If you're Judge Clarence Thomas, you can be attacked. If you're Judge Cannon, but somehow they're missing the whole substance.
I love that the right can't help themselves but to just give the game away. When Trump's verdict came in, it was all institutions are corrupt. We can't respect the rule of law. We can't trust judges. But wait. Trump-appointed judges and their rulings are completely credible. Hunter Biden's trial was fair, even though it was a literal Trump-appointed judge who donates thousands of dollars to Republicans. But Trump isn't. Trump's case wasn't, because he had a Democratic judge who donated $15 to Biden. The difference is pretty obvious. Judge Maron, you can't point to any conduct he did that was unofficial or out of bounds of the rule of law. That's why, and actually to that point, he held Trump in contempt 11 times and didn't once send him to jail, which, by the way, is well within his order to do after 1 or 2, didn't do it after 11. So if anything, he was more than fair to Trump. And that's why instead they cry about, oh, $15 donation. Oh, his daughter this, his daughter that. However, Republicans literally see no issue with Alito's wife, who literally flew a January 6th flag, was supportive of the rioters at the Capitol, and refuses to recuse himself on a case that involves the January 6th rioters. Clarence Thomas literally takes millions in donations. People complain about thousands in the Congress. Oh, they're taking big money. We talk about AIPAC with Jamal Bowman. Clarence Thomas takes millions, tens of millions of dollars in donations, goes on lavish trips with lavish gifts and all this, more than any justice ever has before in history, and then rules in the favor of those who donate to him constantly. And Judge Cannon is now a Trump appointee who indefinitely is pushing Trump's trials back for no reason, on no grounds, doing everything she can to save face for him. If Republicans really thought that all institutions were corrupt, like if that was a real opinion that they held just because, not because of Trump, they would hold the same opinion for Republican judges and for Trump-appointed judges and for judges who were favorable of Trump. But clearly, as shown here, it just boils down to anyone against Trump is fraudulent and anyone for Trump is credible. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together. Peace.